Teacher of the Year. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We're gonna really attempt to do a week in my life this week. However, that is a challenge for me as it's just a lot to do, a lot to remember, and it takes extra time. I woke up super early this morning with the intention to get here early and get like tons of stuff done, and then I just dilly-dallied, you know? I made my own coffee, which great, cost effective, but did take some extra time. I have a fully packed lunch. I have a little breakfast with me. Again, amazing thing to do, but did take extra time. Gosh, there's always mosquitoes in here. The one thing that I know like 1,000,000,000% I have to get done right now is I need to go make my homework copies. Those need to be on desks like when they arrive, because I have been so on them about like responsibility and independence and all those things, and guess who forgot to give them their homework last week on Monday? And today's Tuesday, but yesterday was Labor Day, so it's first day of the week, so I can't do that again. It was kind of embarrassing to like write on Class Dojo like, hey, yeah, they don't have homework because I forgot, so I'll give it tomorrow, and it'll be a little less than last week. But like, after all the independence and all the responsibility that I've been pushing, I can't do that. So I'm gonna go make copies. Well, I went to the copier and what do you know? It's broken. Let's talk making my own drink at home. I've been getting pumpkin chais from Dunkin' for the last week. And so to recreate it, I just did a chai latte K-cup. I did pumpkin syrup, I did brown sugar syrup, and then I put on some cold foam. Duh, this is a hot drink, so of course it's not gonna take well to cold foam. So my cold foam obviously melted, but I put cold foam on. I'm sure that's impacting the taste. And then I put pumpkin pie spice or something on the cold foam. So even though that's all melted in there now, it definitely still impacts the taste, and it tastes pretty good. I think I could do better. Like, I have to research what's in it, but I think I could do better, but I think I did well. One thing that is so frustrating is that these district computers need to be restarted and updated like daily. It's very frustrating. I need to check right now if they updated our Spotlight benchmark check for this week, because it really just helps to form my instruction. Like, events, conflict, piece of cake. So those are gonna be hard for this group, but I think I've set them up for success so far. Okay, somehow it's already like time to sign in. I need to print them a little something because I have a CST meeting already, which is a good thing that it's happening this fast, but it's like, oh my gosh, already? So I have a CST meeting this morning and I don't think anybody's covering me. So my neighbor teacher is gonna have to take my kids and they're gonna have to sit there with some papers, so they don't cause a scene. Yeah. I had my CST meeting, went well, nothing besides just checking off what we're like testing for. I haven't eaten breakfast, but I'm not hungry, and I feel like I've been go all morning, so I'm just like not ready to settle right now. I really need to look through my assessment that I'm giving on Friday and figure out like what I need to focus on this week, but I know it's going to be a lot of like plot, conflict, like order of events, and with how does the event contribute to the meaning of the story type questions, which I think out of all the things that we're struggling with, I think that we should be okay with. I hope. I love my outfit today. I feel like it's giving totally fall vibes, even though it's a billion degrees. But I have my flare jeans that I've worn like 100 times already since I just bought them. These are from Abercrombie. I'm obsessed. They feel so good. My sneakers I actually bought for Europe, so I can testify they are amazingly comfortable even if you're on your feet all day. Those are from Target. This is also from Target, this little sweater. I bought it yesterday. I think it's supposed to be cropped, so I got a medium. And then my red, like maroon-ish burgundy, I don't know. My, what is this called? Bodysuit is Amazon. So Tuesdays are nice because I get a double planning period. I'm supposed to be team planning technically, but our reading coach is doing testing today, so I have these 2 periods, 1 whole hour all to myself. So first thing I need to do is put my homeworks together because I didn't get to do that this morning. So I have to see like our special dates coming up so I can put that on our little newsletter. For homeworks, I usually do pages out of like these 180 Days of Reading in 4th grade books. And I was doing the math, but I've realized that it's like all the 4th grade standards on every page, and we haven't learned all of that. So I'm still going to use the reading book. I still feel like that's beneficial. And I have like a writing page. I have a writing page with it because like I feel like it's important for parents to see their writing skills, because writing is the thing that like most parents don't see. Like they get the reading, they get the math, they never see their writing, so they need to know. And for math, I'm going to use stuff that we just like didn't get around to last week, so that it's a review anyway, and that way I didn't have to like go searching for something else. So I'm gonna make my packet, put it together, and then I will be free of that responsibility. Okay, I'm gonna use this little quiz. I like that. How do planning periods go by so fast? Like, I only have 10 minutes left. I have barely done anything besides put homeworks together. And I have a world of things to still get done. It's not fair. It's not fair. Although I do get a double planning period today, so that is fair. But, like, 30 minutes is not enough time. It's just not. Next, I need to review my reading plans. So I'm gonna do speaking out to stop bullying today. And summarize. That's easy. I really want to hit on conflict, events, plot this week. Okay, I'm good. I need to add a summary and then I'm good. Today, skip counting by 5s. That should be so easy. And then we need to do our body paragraph. This should be an easy day. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I need to do my learning targets because those are, the last time my admin came in, those were a day behind, so. I need to go move my kids from one special to the next. I'll be back. I totally forgot to check in at lunch. I'm finishing my Alani and my to-do list. I had a chicken wrap thing that I made last night that was really good. I'm a super picky eater like my entire life. I ate bread and cheese. Never tried meat, never tried vegetables, never tried fruit until I was like 22 because I just simply was like that picky. My parents tried, and they would do the whole like, you can't leave the table until you finish your broccoli. And I would just be like, okay, I'm never leaving the table. Then I would sit there all night, like all night, until they'd be like, okay, you have to go to bed for school tomorrow. Like I would give up every privilege, every game, we didn't have screens back then. So like I would have given up screens. It didn't matter. I was not eating it. I was not going to do it. So I'm trying to be better. So I had chicken. What did I have in it? Chicken, cheese, of course, lettuce, onion, and like some sauces, which for me, like that's a big, trying a new thing, that's a big deal. I've been so type A because we had a long weekend. So like my laundry was done, my clothes were laid out, my lunch was packed, my copies are done, whatever. So I feel really good. Once I pick them up, we just have to do math because we had the double specials. It's a weird day today. So we have to do math and then writing, and then we're going home. Their summaries for reading were really off track. Like, forget what a summary is. And because we spent last week answering the same question a bunch, like the question was, what was the lesson of the story? What was the theme? What was the moral? What was the lesson? And so that's how they answered this. But I made sure to even deal with that misconception before they started. I said, a lot of you are going to think we're doing what we did last week, which was answering about what was the lesson, and that's not what we're doing. So make sure you don't do that. If you need to put it in sequential order and say first, next, then last, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, go for it if that helps you. And then they still turned in, the lesson is not to call people names. And I'm like, okay, but like, what was the story about? He had to go write an essay, and like, they didn't even write about that. That was the whole point of the story, was he had to write this essay. I don't know. I'm lost. They're lost. We're all lost in the sauce. So I gotta try to figure that out. But yeah, today after school we have a meeting, so I probably won't be filming anything after school. So we just have to get through the rest of the day. I really want to set up their data folders. I'll show you those once we set them up. I want to set up data folders. I want to write a body paragraph for our essay, and then I want to work out. Those are my 3 goals today. If I can accomplish those, I will feel like I can accomplish anything. Let's get to it. Okay, you guys, I'm back from my faculty meeting. Can you read this? I got Teacher of the Year. Oh my gosh. I don't really know what to even say or think. That's very exciting. I feel like I don't deserve it. Like, how can you ever be like, I think I'm awesome? But also, I have poured my heart and soul into this job this is my 5th year of doing it, and I work super, super hard. So I'm excited. While they were counting the votes and stuff, I was like, okay, just like, you're not gonna get Teacher of the Year. There's like way too many good teachers in here. Like, prepare yourself, prepare your face to not look sad, and be really happy for whoever. And then she said my name, and I was so excited. But now I have to do like all the cringy stuff, like a banquet, a packet, and I don't even know what else, but yeah, I don't know about it. There is one thing that motivates my students like no other, and it is Mr. Beast. So they had 5 packs for like $6 or something at Target, and I have been buying them for like more than that at the gas station, like in singles. So I got 4 packs of 5, so I got 20. So that at some point, hopefully everybody in this month can earn one before they go bad. And yeah, once I told them I had those, they were already working super hard. I have decided that starting tomorrow, I'm gonna work harder on showing the vlog like what we're actually learning, and not just like chit-chatting about my day and how I feel and what's going on, but I'll actually show you like anchor charts and worksheets and apps or games or whatever we're playing, and try to maybe give some helpful resources. My last goal for the day is to go for a run, and I really don't want to. It's like 1 billion degrees out. Let me check the weather. It's 90 degrees, it's 67% humidity, so it feels like 93, and it also feels like just gross outside. It says it's gonna start to rain around 5 p.m. So I'm just gonna go home, change, run, and call it a night so I can like shower, have dinner, and feel good. I'm not gonna force myself to do anything crazy. I'm gonna tell myself I have to run 1 mile. Then if I feel better, I can do more. If not, I can accomplish 1 mile. I'm home. I changed into my workout clothes, which was tough for me to do mentally, but I did it, so now I have to go. So my challenge to myself is gonna be, honestly, I haven't ran in like over a month. So my challenge is gonna be 1 mile in under 12 minutes. And I know that sounds bad, it's because it is, okay? Maybe I'll feel great, maybe I'll do another mile. Maybe I'll feel horrible, maybe I'll be done. Maybe I won't hit that goal, but that's my goal. So I'll check in with you after. I'm like halfway through, absolutely dying. Need a break. Not gonna stop. I can do it. Going for my cool down walk on the water. How could you not love this, even with this? Even with 93 degrees running, that view. Good morning. The beautiful thing about short weeks is that you always forget that Tuesday is Tuesday and it's not Monday. Like the whole day yesterday, I was like, it's Monday, it's Monday, it's Monday. But now it's already Wednesday, so that's good. I have a lot to do. I got here early again, although every time I get here early and I wake up way earlier and I get up way earlier, I never actually get here with as much time as I think I'm gonna have. But I needed gas. I made my own coffee again. This time I made it iced, and I don't like it as much, which is kind of typical for me, so I don't know really why I even tried, but that's okay, we tried. Okay, in my notes, here's what I have to do today. I wanna make a cursive packet for some of like my ELA choice board time. Cursive is a 4th grade standard, but their state writing test is typed. So like, I guess just, what do you want me to prioritize? Because if they have to type a 4-paragraph essay when they aren't even writing 4-paragraph essays yet, like successfully, now they have to transfer it over to typing. And then you also want them to learn cursive. Where's the time in the day? Because we gotta focus on not only typing, we gotta focus on the actual like writing structure and what goes into like an expository essay or an argumentative essay, whatever. And cursive, it sounds like a lot. Whatever, I need CRE bins for my core, my reteach, and my enrich bins. I need CRE papers, which I have some, I just have to make copies. Yesterday and Friday when I went to make copies, the copier was broken both times. I need to make copies of my exit tickets. They're printed, just need copies. And then I kind of want to find like an activity or a graphic organizer that goes with like conflict events and like plot, because like it's easy enough to talk about it and think that they get it, but then like when it's written in multiple choice, like when it's written and worded a certain way, all bets are off. I need to send home their state test scores because the percentiles have updated. I want to find some type of like leadership social program, especially teaching like resiliency, and I have found some, so I just want to look through them and buy and print them if that's what I want. And that's about it. So it's a lot of things that I need to get done, and I have about less than 20 minutes, so I don't really know if I can do all that, but I probably will not see this vlog again until my planning period in an hour and a half. So my planning period is almost over. I have prepped a whole bunch, and I even started planning for next week. I am about to go run to make copies, but I'm going to show you everything I prepped, what we're doing today, how the flow is going. So these are my CRE bins. I also have sports teams on them. I used to do sports teams as groups. I might do that again this year for this group. But honestly, I just picked these because this group needs a lot of visual cues, and knowing they're a CRE might not help, but knowing if they're on which football team might help them. I know that sounds silly, but that's just where we're at. My C is for my core group who are on level, understand the assignment, need more practice. My R is my reteach group who will probably be taking whatever's in that bin and bringing it to my back table. And my E group is my enrich group who's going to do something a little bit more challenging. And then here's an example of what I'm going to put in those bins for today. I need to go copy them, but here's where they're at. So this will be definitely my enrich group, maybe my core group. It just depends on how they do. Like, I'm gonna give them this first and then make enough copies for this if they excel here. So this is just, we're doing multiples of 5 and relating them to multiples of 10. And so it's talking about nickels and dimes. So it's giving them like a real world example after the lesson. So if they excel on that, I would let them try the E. If they're struggling on that, then obviously they need to stay in the C or maybe move to the R. Sometimes my R and my C, like for example today, will have the same worksheet. The difference is my R will do it with me and my C will do it independently, maybe with a group, but we'll see, probably independently today. This is gonna be my E group. It's the box game. So they will roll a dice and then they will multiply it by 5 or multiply it by 10. Doesn't matter, but they do have to explain to their partner which one they're doing. And let's say they roll a 9 and then they multiply it by 10. They make a line here. And then if they end up being the 4th line on that box, they get to shade it in. Whoever has the most box win. If you can't make a line on that turn based on the dice that you rolled, if you can't make a 5 or a 10 and there's no more lines left for those numbers, then you will lose your turn and it's the next person's turn. And then for science, we're doing energy right now, so I have an energy sort. We have to finish taking our notes on all that, but I have a sort for today on those ones if we get to it. And then I have, this is like charades. They'll have to act out swinging on a swing set, but then instead of guessing, oh, you're swinging, instead of guessing that, they have to guess which type of energy it is. So they would have to guess mechanical energy. So I actually don't need copies of that. I just need one of those. And then these are just some more math things for tomorrow's lesson. So I'm a little bit on top of it right now. Here's all my math exit tickets. Again, we're doing multiples of 5 and 10 before we can, what are we doing right now? Comparing numbers up to 1,000,000? Yeah, ordering and comparing numbers up to 1,000,000. So one last thing, I forgot to show our plot story map kind of thing. We did a summary yesterday and we didn't understand how to summarize. So we need to work on like plot, events, conflict, all of that, and then we need to put all of that information into a summary. So today it's going to be more directed, more with me. Yeah, and that's that. Hi again, it's lunchtime, even though it's about 15 minutes into my lunch because there was drama in the cafeteria when I got there. I have an ink chart behind me because, like I said, we had to go over what a summary is. So this is our summary. How do I summarize? It's your own words. Do not copy the text. Most important details, and no opinions or feelings, which is a problem for us. We're like, in the text it says not to do this. I know I shouldn't do that because my brother blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, if the question was asking you like, what is the theme or what is the lesson, you could relate it to your life, but like when it's asking you to summarize, don't do that. But yeah, anyway, my lunch is my leftover mac and cheese from last night. It's the Goodles brand. It's so good. One of them is like truffle mac and cheese, and then one of them is cacio e pepe. And we made 2 bowls because we wanted to try them both. We made 2 bowls and then shared, and we barely got through any of it. Like we got so full so fast. So now I like mixed them together, but I keeping them on separate sides. I don't really like my food to like mix, but I'm eating both, so I'm really happy about my lunch. Our math today is going so horribly, and it's like, it's easy concepts, but you can tell that they just don't understand the deeper meaning of it. Like, okay, we're connecting multiples of 5s to multiples of 10s, and connecting that the products are either going to be half or double, because 5 is half of 10 and 10 is double 5, right? Seems simple enough, but putting that into words is really challenging for us. Like, I will give them, okay, the problem is 8 times 10, but this student doesn't know 8 times 10. They're never gonna know it, they can't know it, they can't figure it out, no strategies, okay? They don't know 8 times 10, When they see 8 times 10, their mind blanks, they know nothing. But they do know 8 times 5, and they know 8 times 5 is 40. So how can they use that fact to find 8 times 10? And then the answer would obviously be they take that product, they multiply it by 2, because 10 is double 5. So doubling 40 will get you the product of 8 times 10 versus the product of 8 times 5. They're not getting that. Like, they're not getting it. It's just too wordy, and I think like just too much of a deeper meaning to them. So like when I put it up there and I'm like, how can they use this fact to get to this fact? They're like, well, the product is going to be 80. So they know that 40 times 2 is going to be 80. That's how they do it. And I'm like, no, but if you know the product already, which I know you guys do, that's only a way to check your work with this problem. They don't know that 8 times 10 is 80. That's the common theme here. Like, what are we doing? Just copying and following patterns, and what are we doing because we understand it? And that's fine. We'll get there, but we're really working on just critical thinking, like basic skills, and like going back to the basics. Like, the reason they get so many answers wrong on their test is because their test is going to say, like, what fact can help you to find the product of 8 times 10? The answer is going to be 40 times 2, because 10 is double 5, so the product will be double 40, okay? That's what the little test question will ask, and that's what the answer will be. They will look at that problem, and they will select the answer that says 8 times 10 equals 80, even though that's not what the question is asking. It wants to know how to get there, and they don't care about how to get there. Or maybe they care, but they don't get it. I don't know. But we're missing the steps of like, how do we get there versus this is the answer. And it's like, no, it's actually not, because that's not what the question asked. And that's like a big issue for us, is like, what did the question ask us? Like when we summarize, and then they're like, my brother did this too. And I'm like, great connection. It didn't ask for a connection. A summary does not want a connection at all. I don't know. We're going over in math. We're just going to keep going. When they get back, we're going to do our last problem, and then their exit ticket, and then a practice page. So whatever, we're going over, nothing we can do. It's still the first month of school, so whatever. But the exit ticket is really good. It's like our district one. It's really good because it's a sentence, and it's fill in the blank with a sentence. So they have to be able to say, the value of 8 times 10 is 80. The product of 8 times 5 will be half the product of 8 times 10. The product of 8 times 5 is 40. They have to get 3 different pieces of this sentence correct to get the problem correct. It's the questions, not so much the content, and that's like sometimes the hardest part, because it's like how to like read a question and understand it. It's hard. It's like, I don't know if we're not paying attention, if we're not understanding, if it's a memory thing. I read it and then I got distracted and I forgot. I don't know, but I have to figure it out, because it's like truly like holding us back for real. So the rest of the day, we have to finish that math, and then we have to finish our science notes on energy. What do we have left? Electrical energy and mechanical energy. We have to finish those. And then we need to do another body paragraph, our second body paragraph for writing. I really want them to do it on their own. I'm just afraid for them to do it on their own. I just don't feel like we're like there yet, so maybe they won't. But we'll see. And then we need to be done with their expository essay by Friday. Today's Wednesday. So since we're going over in math, if we don't get through science and all the way to writing, we still have that extra day to finish their conclusion and be done. But yeah, the writing is important this year, really important. We're lacking a lot of things in our writing. It's like really hard to pinpoint what I should focus on first and what I should focus on the most, but we'll get there. We will get there. Okay, we will get there. Also this morning I made a planning schedule for myself, because I'm feeling really type A this week. Like, I have everything prepped and prepared and ready. I'm on top of it. I'm on my game. Not only at school, but like at home. I have my laundry done and all this stuff. I already told you, but I'm feeling great. So I'm like, how can I feeling great now, set myself up for when I inevitably break these habits in a week. So I made a little schedule of what I should do for each day. So like Monday, we have 2 hours of contract time after the students leave. So that's my like long planning day. So I put a lot there. All my grades need to be done. Like I need to grade everything they did the week before if I haven't already. Print out some early finisher work. I always have early finishers. Choice board work. So that's just like extra practice worksheets and like lessons assigned on certain apps. RTI paperwork. So anything I need to do for that. And then we have this law in Florida now where it's like you have to send home a monthly progress letter if they're not on grade level. So that'll be my Monday. If I need to do that each month, I'll do that on Mondays. Tuesday, I need to upload all my grades and data into our data wall, into our like school-wide data wall. I need to update that and then adjust my lesson plans to their performance. So like after a day of Monday and a day of Tuesday, my planning time needs to be used like, do I need to revert backwards? Do I need to accelerate forwards? What am I doing? Am I doing everything I need to do? Like, what has their performance the first 2 days of the week shown me about what we need to do for the rest of the week? Wednesday, I'm gonna do my plans and benchmarks, standards, benchmarks for the week ahead. So I'm gonna plan all the subjects after school on Wednesday, just light plans. Like we're learning central idea, we're reading this story, doing central idea, this graphic organizer, writing that in my planner, that's it. Then Thursday, I take those plans, I find all the resources that I need for them, and I print them out, and then I label what kind of copies I need. And then Fridays, I'm gonna, during my lunch and my planning, because I always leave early on Fridays, I always use my comp time. And so on Friday, during my lunch and my planning, I need to make my copies and have them done for the week ahead, so I'm prepped and ready to go. So I don't know if I will stick to this or I'll change it and readjust it depending on like Tuesdays we always have meetings. So if I can't do what I need to do on Tuesdays, I might need to change it to a different day. But that's me trying to set myself on a plan and a schedule to continue these habits that I'm in right now, because I'm not always going to feel this good. I'm not always going to be this prepared. I'm going to have a bad weekend. I'm going to have a bad Monday, and the rest of my week is going to be shot, whatever it might be. So prepping ahead for that, and for me to get back into type B habits, I'm trying to hold myself accountable while I feel good. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'll just cross my fingers. I don't know. Excuse my printer in the background. I'm finishing printing out that cursive packet, but I'm heading out, I'm packing up, I'm going to therapy. It's like, yeah, almost 3:30. I'm gonna go to therapy. I really wanna work out today, but I have a feeling it's gonna storm the entire rest of the night, so I will keep you updated, but that's my goal. Don't know if it's gonna happen. Happy Wednesday. All right, I'm in the parking lot of my therapy appointment. I just finished. I yapped a couple minutes over time, but that's why I need therapy. Okay, I'm trying to fix my yapping problem. But remember how I said that I wanted to work out again and it was all kind of weather dependent? This is what we're working with on my drive home. So, do you guys think I'm gonna be able to run tonight? Or definitely not? Update, I am just not moving. Usually this drive home takes about 15 minutes and it's been 30 already. I'm not even halfway there. And the sky is like lighting up. It's insane. The fact that I thought that I was gonna work out today is hilarious. We are flooded, people. Oh my God. We are flooded. We are underwater, girlies. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's pretty deep.
No, I thought I was actually gonna stall out right in front of the house. Right there. That's where I started to feel my car be like, no girl, that's not gonna work.
You pulled in, it rippled up the drive.
I know.
Whoa.
Whoa, okay, I'm going inside. Good morning, happy Wednesday. I have this sneaking suspicion that this entire week is going to be the same type of flooding that was going on yesterday. So I'm just gonna throw all my running workout dreams out the window. Today I got this funky 90s or 2000, I don't know, headband. I don't know which era it is, but I definitely wore it as a child, so it's 90s or 2000s. I've got my little smiley cardigan from Amazon, and I like this little tank top thing. It's a bodysuit. It's also from Amazon, and then I got one of my multiple variations. Oh my gosh, now I'm hot that I took this off and I felt what it was like to not wear a sweater. I have one of my variations of Abercrombie jeans on. All of these are special jeans from Abercrombie because a month ago I decided, oh, I can't even get my leg up here. Ooh, see that? A month ago I decided to paint my nails while I was sitting in my car waiting. I'm hitting mosquitoes. Oh, gosh, it's so bad in here. I just had to paint my toenails while I was sitting waiting in the car, and yeah, like that just wasn't smart, and my nail polish spilled and it was all over my car. It stunk real bad in there. It was all over my pants. Not very good. So yeah, that's it. I was, you know, procrastinating again. When I got here, I sat down and I immediately said, I don't want to go to the copier, okay? I'll just go during my planning. But I've remembered the primary grades have their state testing today. So I'm not going to bother them. They're going to be in the media center testing, some of them. So I'm going to go do my copies now. But I'm not going to do all my copies, just the ones I need for today. I'm so frustrated at myself because I just basically wasted all my time this morning. I got here a whole 30 minutes early, which is not normal for me. That's the earliest I've been here all week, and I've been here early every day. And all I had time for was my copies, and it's my own fault because I got there and I was simply so excited that for the first time in 2 weeks going there, it wasn't jammed, that I decided now would be a good time to do my cursive packets. So that was what I spent like the whole day doing. Obviously I printed what I needed for today, but like I could have skipped the cursive packets for this morning and had time to get like all the other things on my list done. Like, why did I prioritize that? But yeah, anyway, the bell just rang, so talk to you later. What a day. Okay, today was a good day overall, but like the end of the day just got like so chaotic. It was like, here's an IEP, here's another IEP, here's a new student, they have an IEP, here's this. I was like, okay, all right. Like I just sat in the office for a solid like 36 minutes just looking in the queue folders and looking through all the documentation and making sure I had all my I's dotted and my T's crossed, making sure I know what everybody's got and what everybody's doing. Like obviously anybody who's been here since day one I already knew, but then I'm just like, there was one that I knew everything that they had, but then I didn't realize that they were still in the process of something else. Nothing I need to do on my end, but I was just like, oh, I didn't realize they were on that list. Okay, cool, got it. All right, here we go. But yeah, I feel like overall my class did well. I got to give out a couple football cards today, but like there's just certain things like, let me see. Okay, so like this is the perfect example of everything that my class does, okay? They answer the first question correct, like obviously they know how to do it. But then when it's the directions and it says fill in all the intervals, like all the lines, they simply don't do it and then they put in the answer. And the thing is, if I felt more lenient, like if I felt like it wasn't an issue in this class of like following directions and actually paying attention to the questions, I would have just been like, okay, well you got the most important part right, which is where it goes on the line. I need to maybe take off a point for that, and I'm so sorry that I have to do that right now, but at some point we'll get there and it'll all be there. And I know I keep saying that, but like I had to take off the point. So for some of them, they could have totally earned their football cards and they didn't follow that direction, so I'm not giving it to them. Oh wait, I just had so much. Oh wait, oh Okay, this is the first day packet I gotta get to a new student. They have a quiz tomorrow, and then they have a math quiz next Wednesday. So I'm gonna print, because this will be their second quiz for both reading and math. So I'm gonna print goal sheets. So what did you get last time? What is your goal this time? And then what did you get? And then if they hit their goal or go higher than their goal, they will, we're gonna start this now. They will put, I'll show you. They will get to put a cookie in the smart cookie bin. So smart cookie is for academics. So they'll take the cookie, put it in. Once that's full, we will pick a reward tomorrow, because we're gonna start it tomorrow. Class goals. I gotta think of a good class goal. We have so many goals, like positive talk and treating each other with respect and kindness. Also not interrupting, following directions and answering questions correctly. I don't know what the best like measurable goal is for that bin, but I could literally pick out of so many goals, because we really have a lot of goals. It's the beginning of the year, so of course we do. So I gotta think on that, but we're gonna start our smart cookies tomorrow for our reading quiz. That's it. Oh. Wait, what is this? Someone put an Amazon package in my mailbox, but I don't think it's for me, because I did not order that. I am so on my game. Look at this. All my copies with all the labels of like what they're for and where they're gonna go. I have my testing goal paper. I try to make it general so I could just keep copying this and make like 100 copies of it. Their name, what assessment, the last grade they got on this type of assessment, so like the last math quiz, their goal, then today's grade. I made a list of everything I need to do in the morning, what I need to do, blah, blah, blah. My homeworks, that's gonna go with my copies. I've got my paper clips to go with my copies. But then look at this. Someone, and I don't know who, I have a sneaking suspicion it was my mother, sent me, I've been venting to her about like the critical thinking skills and just like the deeper thinking skills. Like my students do the mix of, they overthink and underthink at the same time. They're so anxious about getting an answer, but they're not thinking about like getting the correct answer, like overthinking and underthinking. So we need to do more like puzzles, games, like logical reasoning, mindful talk, chat chains, and logic puzzles. And I saw it in my mailbox, this Amazon package. I'm like, that's not mine. I didn't order anything. So like I need to go back to the office and figure out who this was for so they can get their package. And then I checked and the package had my name on it. So I'm like, somebody ordered that for me. It had to have been my mom. She's the only person who's ever sent something like to my school. So I gotta text her, call her, and ask her and thank her. The last thing I want to find out though in this life is my audio enhancement. It keeps like, hello. When I get too close to the speaker, it like, you know, when it like, you know, when you get too close to a speaker and it's like, ee! I can't figure it out. Testing. It's not really doing it. Okay, that should be good. Maybe the battery was just dying. I don't know. We'll try again tomorrow. I feel awkward doing it because I know like my neighbor teachers can probably hear me talking to the microphone, so I love this. We got this like last week. I love it. I'm obsessed because my class is chatty, is loud, and as soon as I start talking in that microphone, they're like locked in. And so maybe that is part of the reason that they're so chatty. Like maybe they are struggling to hear me. Maybe they are struggling to follow directions just because they can't like hear me throughout the room. I don't really think that's the full reason, but the audio enhancement, it does help, I have noticed. So I finally brought chocolate to school because I've just been sitting here every day like, I need a sweet treat, and I never have one, so I needed to bring one. But yeah, okay, as much as I'm like being type A this week and I have my life together, it's going so amazing and like everything is up to date and I feel incredible, and I think my students do too. Okay, as much as I'm bragging, about how type A and how on it I am. I also would like you guys to know that my desk, hang on, let me just cover anything with a student name out here. Okay, my desk looks like this. My desk looks like this right now. And my back table is also not really looking too good. So, yes, I'm planned. Yes, I'm prepared. Yes, I'm ready to go. But I'm not like neat and organized about it, okay? Okay, hi, it's Friday. It is Friday at 2:30 p.m. and I have not hopped on my vlog today because I got here super early, like the earliest I've been here all week, and I've been here early every day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so much done on my to-do list. And then I went to the copy machine and the copy machine fought with me again. So again, I spent the whole morning getting here early fighting with the copy machine, and then didn't have time to do anything else. So that was first things first. That was annoying. And then I was literally in the moment. I was hopping on here to talk during my planning period, but then I got called to the office, and then I was told that we're having a cut because we don't have enough enrollment, whatever, the normal things that happen in my district every single time, and it affected our grade level, so I had to be there. And then just having that news and kind of the trickling down of like that kind of news was happening, and so it was just dealing with stuff the rest of the day. And then just kind of, I didn't have any other breaks to talk on the blog after my planning period was gone. So yeah, I really have no updates other than like that's going to be a big transition, and I'm a little bit worried about the kids who are going to transition, just because like that's a hard thing to do, you know, like I've been on the opposite side where I have to move to a different grade level, and it's hard for the teacher, it's hard for the students, it's hard for it's hard for everybody. So yeah, I'm just thinking about that, and I'm gonna be thinking about that all weekend, and it's gonna take a minute for everybody to get resettled over there. But thankfully, this is why when I agreed to move up to 4th grade, I asked to be self-contained and teach all subjects instead of co-teaching and teaching some subjects, because I just felt like there's always a possibility that things can get shifted and moved, and I just don't want to deal with that. So yeah, I feel really bad for the teacher that has to leave, because they are very passionate and they loved being here, and I just feel bad for obviously a lot of reasons, but yeah, so can never have just like a normal good year with no obstacles. But let me show you how planned I am for next week. Let's end on a positive. Let's end this vlog on a positive. I can't do a week in my life and end on a negative. Let's end on a positive. Let me show you everything I have planned before I run out of this building today. Look at this. Friday and Monday and Science Olympics and exit tickets and cursive packets for early finishers. This is the only thing I didn't get to do, and I have to do on Monday because the copier broke at that point. Exit tickets, ELA, math, science, I've got it all. I have got it all going on. I'm so proud of myself. And now I'm gonna go out. Well, I don't know. I'm supposed to go out to celebrate being nominated as Teacher of the Year. I'm supposed to go out to dinner because Tom is gonna treat me, but like, I don't want to. I just want to go home. I want to go to sleep. I want to eat Taco Bell. I just want to hang out on the couch. Like, I don't want to.